because I'm not the kind of person who gets success and starts partying. I get really humbled and I get even more focused. And for the past 4 5 years, I've had ups and downs in my films, and some of the films have not done well. We influence in so many ways. That is why our Indian audience is more powerful than the actors in the films, because they start movements based on what they've seen in films.
Hi guys, this is Ankita. You're tuned into peepingmoon.com, and today we have with us probably the actress of the first half of the season, undoubtedly, Pariniti Chopra, 5 months, 3 hits, ruling the OTT, and even theaters had to be open. So let's just ask Pariniti, how is it going? How does it feel to be, shall I sit on top of the world?
I am feeling on the top of the world, but I must say very humbly so, because I'm not the kind of person who gets success and starts partying. I get really humbled and I get even more focused. And for the past 4 5 years, I've had ups and downs in my films, and some of the films have not done well, and people were not appreciating me as much as they did in the first few years. And so I'm just happy that 2021 has brought all of that back that I'd been waiting for. The appreciation is back, the accolades is back, the media is speaking positively about me again, and most importantly, the audiences are giving me all the love back. So it's been a long wait, but it's worth it, and I'm happy to be back.
But Pariniti, it's what? It's a decade you're in the films, if I have to say. Like,
9 years,
does
yeah.
it? Yeah, if we'll be turning 10 this year with
Yeah.
the Ladies versus Ricky Bell towards the end of the year. But Pariniti, does it get at a certain time for an artist a little difficult to hold on to hope? Because when you are doing good work, the films are also box office successes. It was not, the films were not success, but as an artist, as you said, the reviews or maybe the connect with the audience, you just lose it somewhere in between. Does it get disheartening to every day get up to the set and do the same drill with the same motivation?
I think my case is a little different. I'll tell you why. Because in my case, somehow, even when I was not doing my best work, the directors, the big producers, even my fans, they had that hope from me. Their expectation never went to zero. They never gave up on me. So when you read that stuff, when you hear that stuff, it's not possible to give up. If everybody gave up or wrote me off, then I would probably not have that motivation to go back, because as an artist, you're an emotional person, and to hear negativity about you can be very difficult. You cannot be motivated to go back on set and perform in the same way, or be motivated or happy from within. um, but the most beautiful and most surreal and overwhelming feeling was when directors and producers told me, don't worry, you just have to wait for the right film, you have to choose the right film, choose the right role, we have faith in you, it's going to come back. So that used to give me a lot of power, and I'm genuinely blessed to have that kind of unwavering faith. I think I did something right in the first few years of my career, where people didn't lose that faith in me. They were just saying, make the right choices, choose the right films. So it was up to me to make the right choices, and they were right. Now that I've done that, now that I've done the right films, and now that I've done the right roles, it has all come back, and people are talking about me in the same way again. So I think it depends on what kind of impact you've had on the audience. I think I had a very positive impact when I started off, and they never let go of me, they never gave up. So now they are they are happier for me, they are celebrating for me. They're saying, oh my god, this is what we were waiting for, this is what was missing. So they are celebrating for me more than I am. So it just humbles me a lot. It makes me feel very privileged that I have this support of not only the industry but the audience, the critics, the reviewers, everything, you know.
You pointed out that how directors had the faith in you, and I was lucky to speak to Dibakar. Dibakar told me that when he was scripting through the stage of Sandeep, he was very clear that it has to be Pariniti. And in his mind, he was also very clear of the fact that in our industry, we know how we put actors in a commercial box. They are stars for us.
Yeah.
But when you start tapping the actor in them, there is so much more to explore. And trust me, Pariniti, I think he has only and only the greatest thing to say about you. So much so, I think a chunk of my interview with Dibakar was dissecting Pariniti Chopra, the actor.
You know, can I tell you something amazing about Dibakar sir? He has always seen in me more than the world has seen in me. The fact that he cast me as Sandeep, and in my head, I always knew I want to do a role like Sandeep. But the directors will only cast you in roles that they have seen on screen before because they think you can only do that. But Dibakar sir saw that no, here is an actress who's doing A kind of work, but she can do B also. Let me cast her. That kind of faith nobody showed in me. And not only Dibakar sir, even Ribhu for The Girl on the Train, or Amol sir for Saina. All three of these directors gave me roles that I knew I could do, but nobody in the world was believing me. But they came and said, no, do it. And I'm so grateful to them for that opportunity because actors can only choose out of the opportunities given to them. And I was not being offered that work. Today, after these films have come out, directors are seeing me in a different light and offering me these kind of films, which I always wanted to do. And the other problem is, sorry, I'm digressing a little. The other problem is that even the audience or the critics will judge you based on the films that are getting released. And so they will say, she's not acting that well. She's not doing her best. But actually, I'm not given that material. So what do I do in that film? What can I do in that role? I can only do so much. And so I will always be indebted to Dibakar, to Ribhu, and to Amol sir for giving me that opportunity that I had been waiting for 5 years. And nobody gave me that opportunity. Unfortunately, they were waiting for such films to come out. But then, you know what I'm saying? So I'm so thankful that I know that today people will be like, oh, she can do these intense roles really well. But where were you before these films? You know what I mean? Like, why didn't you give them to me 5 years earlier? So, well, by hook or by crook, काम हो गया.
काम हो गया.
लोग देख रहे हैं, and they are, you know, seeing me in a new light and seeing me in different roles. And this is the kind of work I had wanted to do. Now my further hope is that, you know, if there are any directors or producers who have not watched these films, please go and watch these films. Please support us. Please give us more of this work. You know, we can do so much better, but it all depends on the stuff that you offer us. So please give us those offers.
Before I move on, Parini, to ask you anything else, there is something I personally wanted to convey after Sandeep, and I spoke this to Dibakar at length. There was this scene about you losing everything after that miscarriage part. And I remember I told this to Dibakar. I'm like, Dibakar, did you deliberately mute down the volume? Because I was increasing my TV's volume. She was screaming and I couldn't hear it. And he's like, that was the point. And he's like, that is one thing you should definitely talk to Pariniti, because if you can notice that, that was the scene I was aiming for. To mime, to volume, to lose the pitch. For me, that was the impact of Sandeep as a performance, irrespective of the medium when we talk about. When even a layman watching across, say, a small screen can get it, then I think everyone else can.
I'll tell you one more thing about that scene, which you guys didn't discuss with Dibakar. So, all the scenes that we shot in that little hut, which is after we run away and we go and hide in that location, and everything that happens, you know, I'm in the room, I have the miscarriage, he cleans my legs, he cleans the blood. I get up in the morning, I try and run, I do this screaming. Then in the next day, you know, we are washing clothes. You know, that whole sequence we shot over 2 or 3 days in that hut, I remember. And as an actor, I really don't know how people are going to react to this information. But I didn't shower for 2 days for that sequence. I didn't shower. And that location was filthy. Like when I used to finish the day of shoot and go back home, I used to be covered with mud. My hair was white because of the dust. There was dust on my mouth, nothing. I never used to clean it. I would go back, sleep, come the next day to shoot in that filth. Because I didn't want to put dirty makeup on to look destroyed. I wanted to be destroyed. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a method actor. I'm not this person कि अगर खून का सीन है तो सच में खून डालो. You know, I'm not that person. I want to act. I'm an actress. But I don't know what happened that I really wanted to feel that moment of pain and I wanted to feel destruction from within. Um, and when that take of the scream finally happened, I actually did a take of screaming and I actually almost lost my voice and I did a take of empty screaming where I'm not taking out any sound. And you know, there's this weird sound that comes out of your throat, which is just, you know, that weird sound where you're trying to scream, but voice is not coming out. And I think even while doing it, I got goosebumps, and Dibakar sir also really liked it, and that's what made it into the film. But he muted it, also muted it even more. And I think that that kind of magic can only come from a genius director like him who can make you think like that. Otherwise, on any other set, I would go and scream and cry and go home, you know. But he makes you want to feel pain and you want to feel that pain really. And even while we were shooting, I was like, कुछ ज़्यादा तो नहीं कर रहे हम लोग. But when you watch the film, you see that it's all worth it. You know, like when I see the film myself, I'm like, oh my God, we did so much in this film. We didn't even realize while we were shooting. You know, as an actor, even I didn't realize how much I was giving and how much I was doing. It really set the tone for the kind of films I wanted to sign after that. You know, I got so spoiled for that feeling of satisfaction that I signed Girl on the Train. I signed Saina after that film, you know. I didn't want to do easy stuff, if that makes sense, you know. So that is what Dibakar sir has given me. Even Ribu, even Amol sir, all of them, you know, they've given me that clarity as an actor of how much I want to give as an actor and how I want to work, you know. So yeah, I mean, it's all been worth it, honestly. So many good films come and go, yeah, you know it. And you know, actors सिर्फ बात ही करते रह जाते हैं कि प्लीज हमारी वो फिल्म देख लो. एंड कोई देखता नहीं है. आई एम सो हैप्पी कि ये तीनों फिल्में लोगों ने देखी हैं. किसी ने नहीं देखी है तो प्लीज वो भी जाके देख लें, यू नो, बिकॉज वी रियली पुट इन आवर एवरीथिंग एंड आई वांट पीपल टू वॉच इट एंड आई वांट that love from them. And you know, if they don't like it, please call me and tell me what didn't work for them. Even that, I'm waiting for positive and negative calls. Just tell me what you thought, you know. Yeah, it's been a good year. Yeah, it's been a good year so far.
But Pariniti, as an actor in our industry, when you are already a star, when people see you as a star, you have fans, you have audience, does it become sometimes difficult? Why I asked you, because by chance all three of film of yours came to OTT instead of because we are in a situation as such, we couldn't go to the screen, and when we could, even with Sandeep, lockdown happened again. Uh, where you can separate the status of star from an actor. It feels in your case, suddenly people could see Parniti, the actor, on OTT, but maybe somehow on the big screen, we couldn't separate Parniti from the star. Did it happen? Or is it my observation can be wrong? Maybe it was just my observation.
I'll say two things. First is when films come out in theatricals, somehow the conversations are more about the box office collections.
Exactly. The numbers are totally
yeah.
to...
There is conversation about, of course, there is a conversation about performances as well. I've experienced that in my life. All my films were theatrical releases before this. Exactly. But the volume of audience that watches OTT films is just on another level. That same person can be watching a film sitting in Bhopal. The same person can be, you know, same time another person is watching in London, somebody else is sitting in New York, somebody is sitting in Australia. The whole world is watching a film at the same time because it's on their TV screens or phone screens or whatever at the same time. So the kind of volume that I have experienced with these 3 film releases, I have never experienced with the theatrical. And I have done films which have made 300 crores also, 200 crores. You know, I've done Golmaal and Kesari, and they were humongous hits. And they give you that star value for sure. But I just feel like it's just been a month or 2 months since these 3 films have come out, and I feel कि 10 साल से आई हुई है, इतने लोगों ने देख लिए. I have changed my opinion about OTT releases. I used to think that it's a step down and it's a compromised release because we are so spoiled with um, theatrical releases. But actually, OTT releases have been fantastic because OTT platforms are number one right now, much more than theaters. Our theaters are, of course, not open, and worldwide people are still not going back in those numbers because, of course, because of COVID. So for me personally, it is exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for people to notice my performance and give me those accolades and appreciation for my performance. And for that, this was perfect. So it all worked out in my favor, actually.
Yeah, because unfortunately, sometimes, and not just an actress, even for actors, the box office numbers become a little too big than the act which we talk about. The
Yeah.
parameters of success totally change.
Yeah, sometimes a film is amazing and it's got an amazing critical appreciation, but maybe it only makes, 30 crores at box office. It will be called a
Yeah,
flop. Even though it's a
so
great film and well appreciated and critically acclaimed film. But on OTT, if it's critically acclaimed and loved, it's a hit. And that's what we want. We want people to positively receive our film. So, and we want a hit film. So for me personally, these 3 were very risky films, and I don't know what kind of box office numbers they would have done. So I'm very glad that they've come out on an OTT platform where people can watch it in full numbers.
Pariti, I'll go for this question with you because this came again on at a very good point. With again, I have to credit Dibakar. He has given me so much to talk to you. Uh, there is a lot of conversation with Sandeep and Pinky touching upon the points which normally in Hindi cinema we don't do blatantly or not so. Be it patriarchy, be it gender, not just one gender, I would say. It's a multi-dimensional thing. But one thing which highly stood out for me was there was this scene of yours with Neena Gupta at the table where she says that मैं घर छोड़ के जाऊंगी भी तो like कहाँ I have to come back. This is the home. Yeah. Do you realize the impact at times your films end up making, or for that matter, even a Saina? When I watched it, luckily I watched all 3 of films with my family, so it was a win-win situation for me. When your films end up having this kind of impact on normal audience, you end up maybe inspiring a conversation, you end up maybe touching upon conversations which happen in home daily, but we don't want to talk about them. Like example, Anina Gupta conversation, I would say this happens. We just don't talk about it that openly. You have a sign as an inspiring journey. We do see the struggles. We do see girls who really want to go out and make big for themselves. How does it make you feel as an actor today that the power you have to touch lives in such an intimate manner? You can say things with your mere, I would say, a seed per se.
Ankita, Bollywood films have influenced young Indian minds and old Indian minds forever. I mean,
Yeah,
an actor wears a cool t-shirt and I want to wear the same t-shirt. They do a cool dance move and that's the only dance move I want to do at the next wedding that I go to. We influence in so many ways. That is why our Indian audience is more powerful than the actors in the films, because they start movements based on what they've seen in films. you know um, we pick up the lingo, we pick up so many things that actors do. We repeat dialogues. So when there is this realization in the maker's mind that what we do, if we do it correctly, can influence people's minds, why wouldn't we always want to say the right things? We have a big platform at our disposal. We can actually change people's minds. When I did Saina, Amol sir always used to keep saying, I'm making this film for kids. And I would never understand. I would be like, why do you say that? Why for kids? Why not for families? Because I came from a thought process ki I want families to watch this film. More people
Yeah.
should be watching the film. And he said, yes, they will. But I'm talking in the language for kids. And I would never really get it. Even when he did Zameen Par, till today people talk about dyslexia. We didn't know what was dyslexia before Tare Zameen Par. And with Saina, everybody who's messaged me has said, I want my kid to do something in their life. I want to send my kids either in a sports academy, or he's good at art. I want to send him to a painting school. I feel crazy overwhelmed that my films are changing people's minds. They are changing parents' thinking, you know. So I'm saying that if me, a small actor like me, can feel that, imagine the huge, big stars out there can do so much good. Look at Akshay Sir's films. Every film of his starts a conversation, starts a movement. It's beautiful. It's so inspiring to see. So I would definitely want, I'm not saying I'm only going to do a film with social messaging, but I'm now very aware that if I can tell a message correctly, I can change a life. And I want to do that. I want to make people sit up. You know, Ankita, when I was overweight and I lost weight in front of the whole world, I didn't get to do it in private. I did it
I
in
know
front
that.
of people. I did it when people were abusing me for the kind of clothes I was wearing, or the fact that I was not, looking fit, etc. They were absolutely right. They motivated me to make that change, you know. And I remember I'm sitting in planes and, I'm traveling, airports. Middle aged women, pregnant women would come up to me and they would cry and tell me, we saw your photos and your videos and we are so inspired. If you can do it, we can do it. That's also when I realized actors can make such a huge impact on people who love you, you know. So honestly, I feel proud that I'm part of Sandeep or Pinky Farrar, which will hopefully smash patriarchy or at least begin the movement, and Saina that can change how parents bring up their children and inspire them to take up a sport, do follow their passion and follow their dreams. You know, it feels amazing. It's not just about the success. It's not the fact that people want me to win awards for my performance. That's amazing, but I want to change people's minds and lives also.
That's lovely, and that's what I wanted to ask. Because today, when you're sitting in this position, and we hope to see more work from you, the
Thank you.
power to touch lives even with a simple scene, as I said, because that was my mother's favorite scene as well. So I had to tell you about that. She's like, "Bilkul sach bol rahi hai Neena ji." I'm like,
It's
"Bilkul
true.
sach bol
It's
rahi hai."
really true. There are so many Indian women who are in middle class families who are probably not happy and they have nowhere to go, and they are forced to live in unhappy lives or unhappy marriages. There are so many different stories. There are so many. I mean, Sandeep is the story of the most successful woman out there, a rich, successful, beautiful, powerful woman, and yet she is reduced down to just serving achar to the men while the men sit and eat food. That speaks a lot, and this is all true. It happens in our country. So
Yeah.
I'm happy that honestly I want people to watch this film for so many reasons. Selfishly, yes, Arjun and I would love for you to watch our film, but there are so many layers in this film. It's such a beautifully crafted film with such important messages, not told in a preachy way. I feel this is a film for every Indian home and they should watch it.
And I am more excited for more work. And I think by the time we'll be wrapping this year, you will definitely be one of the top names to be cheering for. I am rooting for the awards, believe it or
Thank
not.
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
But more than anything, thank you for the good work and thank you for good cinema. At the end of the day, you guys are keeping us entertained in lockdown. That is probably the best thing ever.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Pariniti. Thank you, Rasa, for your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.